of the rappers.
Hey, what's going on, gang? It's Murata Music with 3-piece TCG, big Pirates TCG, and 2D. I have finally returned. Oh yes, the sabbatical is over. Norman is no longer on sabbatical, honey. Also, Chicago was like so much fucking fun. Stray Kids, the Stray Kids, they did great both shows, but the venue was amazing. It just the firework, it was just a better venue. The sound quality, everything was better than it was in Arlington the first day one. If you know, you know. I also had pizza every day I was there. Every day I was there. My wife is like, if you cut me, I will bleed marinara sauce. And I was like, yo, you're right, you will. But yeah, so I'll get into that more in the live. We'll be going live in the next couple days, and I'll definitely do all of that. But it was a great trip, and to all of my Chicagoans, thank you for y'all. Y'all were all great, and we are coming back live, full effect with the Snake Man. That blue purple, the blurple burp the baby Luffy. This is the undefeated Doflamingo list from Las Vegas. I've been getting a lot of questions asked about because you guys know I am the Plothy originator, right? I don't think you're gonna find somebody with a video uploaded before February using any of the Luffys and the Doflamingos, right? So they know to come to me. Hey, yo, can we get an explanation, right? All right, cool. I got you covered. Now, as always, if you are looking to pick up this leader, or this one, or this one, or you get what I'm saying, follow the link in the description to kdesign.com. Oh, yeah, we got them all. We got them all. Use the code 3-piece TCG to get 25% off your entire order. Throw them all in there, right? Now, also, the memberships are live, ladies and gentlest of hams. Today's highlighted members are Martini, Drones, Sir Higginbotham, Homeland, Donju, Hairo, Don't Call My Name, Alejandro, and D. Barrett. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for keeping this boat afloat. And to all of my 3-piece Navy gang members, I forget how many, there's a lot of syllables in that thing. If you're looking to join, just simply click the tab, come on down, be smashing the finger popping, putting on that pressure, or big city hooping for the whole shebang. Call it an emergency deck profile. You know, we do monthly deck revisions. Everybody's trying to get ready for Bandai Card Fest. Also, of course, you know, I've got beyond that, I've got all these videos of me playing, you know, IRL and going over different sweat sessions and stuff like that. So I like to keep the content heavy for you guys. Anyhow, also all the music you're hearing is coming from my latest album, and yeah, so it's free everywhere, streaming for free. Follow the link in the description to distrokid.com. So now it's time to get down to brass tacks, shall we? All right, before we get into the deck list and like kind of my take on it and everything, let's give the flowers where they're due. Okay, so this one is from Nick Mapes 8. Okay. I don't know where they're from. I just assume they're from America. And yeah, they went undefeated with this thing. All right. Now, truth be told, yes, I had messed around with the Dofi package in this list a long time ago. For those of you who don't know the lore, it started in February when I did this with Red Purple Luffy, right? And I thought it felt great. And then I said, you know what? If it works in Red Purple Luffy, I bet it works in Purple Luffy. And it worked even gooder in Purple Luffy. Even had some lists, you know, top with that. And I did mess with this a bit, but this list was already so... I felt, the impression I got from this list was it was already spoken for. Almost as spoken for as like Green Purple Luffy, where you just can't mess with it. Oh, definitely Luffy Taro. Plothy Taro, right? You had to play the Taro package or that's it. Hands are tied, final warning. You get what I'm saying? So, yo, okay. Anyhow, so yeah, that's going on, right? Anyhow, so we kept it moving, and I just kind of stayed on these two because I felt like this was pretty damn stagnant, and I did try it once or twice. I didn't like the way it felt at the time, and I just didn't care to continue ironing it out. Well, my man Nick Mapes 8 did, okay? Now, I will say, this list is still a different feel. Okay, it is still a different feel. It is not as easy to pilot correctly as your traditional blue purple Luffy list. Now, if you're feeling like, ah, man, I'm gonna break it down for you guys. You know how I do. I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna make sure you understand it. I understand it. But the thing is that even if you don't at the end of this video, fear not. There are still people, and no, I'm not paying for ad blocker apparently, but they're still first place with no Dofi package whatsoever. Okay, still a very traditional. Well, this is a little bit of spice right here. Not everybody runs Thunder Bagua, but there's still very much list thriving and aliving with the traditional package. Okay, so that's not going anywhere. You don't got to worry about it. But let's get down to brass tacks once again. All right. So this effect can be activated at the start of your turn if you have 8 or more Dawn cards in your field. Look at the top 5 from the Dawn of your deck. Excuse me. Look at the top 5 of your deck. Remove up to 1 Straw Hat Crew and add the top to the bottom. You get to fix your hand. I'm not gonna read all that shit. That's too many words. Anyhow. So they got 3 Nami. The mommy Nami, sipping tea. Don't bother her. One of the goatedest blockers I've ever seen in this game, and I think it's great. The Sanji at 4, because we want to be able to play Sanji into Lin, Sanji into Dofi into Rosie, and yeah, 3 searchers. And the ratios are kind of funny. I dig the ratios, I guess. And so what I can tell you is what we're looking for. So sometimes if we get to 8 or we get to 9, depending on whether we're going first or second, having Sugar search out your ramp is great because it's going to remove a threat and it's also going to ramp you. That's awesome. Having Sugar search out a Rosinante, great, because if you're at 7 Dawn, you get to get rid of this Red Rock if you're not going to use it or whatever the fuck, and you get 2 Dawn up at the end of your turn, great. Or you can set up a Doflamingo play, and this into this is still a huge play that they have to confront. They still have to deal with this. They have to deal with this. There's no way around a 9 and a 6 body, okay? And a 5 and an 8, okay? There's still no way around it. And what's more is once they attack, you go down to 7, yes, and you're still able to use his ability. However, once they attack, you're able to use his ability and go back to 8 and still use your ability the next turn. We love it. So that's great. And then that, of course, will set you up for, being able to draw into your Sanjis and then do this Lin stuff and all that. And that's pretty much the board, or excuse me, that's pretty much the game here that's different. As far as traditional blue-purple Luffy play goes, you're going first. You want to see this on your turn 2, and then you would like to ramp or do some sort of shit after that. That will get you to 8. You want to get to, if you can get to 8 on turn 3, party time unlocked, you're killing it. You're ready. Otherwise, it's going to be a little McGruff the crime dog, right? You're going second. You want this on your turn 2. The next turn, you would like to play this into this. You see what I'm saying? Party time. But anyhow, it's pretty much a straightforward blue-purple Luffy list. I want to get into these games to kind of really show you how it's played and whatnot. So the Neural Beam Sword, just real quick, I watched an interview with him after, and he did say that Neural Beam, which of course y'all see me, I've run 3 Neural Beams, that it was the biggest winner for him. And so I was like, yeah, I wonder if he'd run a couple more of those. Red Rock is cool. But the thing about Red Rock is if you're ramping and spending a whole turn removing, I got to ask, what is it you're removing? Because I would, well, I'll get into what I would change at the end of the game, but I could tell you right now, I would probably want to get rid of Red Rock and double up the Neural Beam at least. Because if you're going up against Blackbeard, if you're going up against any big threat, you've got 2 Dawn up thanks to Rosie, and they want to do something crazy, cool. They want to hit you with that ladder. Everybody wants to hit you with the ladder. Nobody, unless you're already Bonnie, nobody is going to swing biggest and then do the ladder. You get what I'm saying? So you could turn their biggest threat sideways, and then you just keep it moving, right? But anyhow, Got a couple. Oh, and here's what I want to hear from you guys. Comment down below. Comment effing down below, dog. Count how many 2Ks. Count how many 2Ks for me real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 2Ks. When I'm building a list for people to play, what I don't want to hear anymore from anybody. Only 10 2Ks? Bro, this motherfucker won the entire 1,024-man tournament with 6 2Ks. Even as a 6K body, he only has 3 life, even though he heals, okay? And let's count. There's 4, 8, 11. That's 11, 12. Do you want to count these as 12? That's 15, 16. I mean, if you want to count these as bricks, they already count 16, 20, 24. 24 bricks, because I mean, with these cards are alone. Well, this one, if you have a Dawn up. But you get what I'm saying? Like, calmate. There is a lot going on in deck building, and this is low for me. This is low for me. The reason why I had a tougher time putting this list together is because I really wanted to have Senor Pink in here, because I really wanted to bring these back, and that's a brick. And I was like, that's too much. I really wanted to have 8 2Ks at least, because for me, the lowest I'll go is 8 2Ks. I'm like, yo, no mas, no drinks, I can't do it, right? No, he went 6. So sometimes breaking the rules works out for you, okay? You got to keep an open mind and, you know, just play it and see how it's played, okay? So with all that being said, this deck is kind of on hard mode. Strategy is, depending on our opponent, we want to starve them. Sometimes we want to get them out of there. Do I have a booger in my nose? I don't know. I kind of feel it. But let's get into these smashes, shall we? All right, gang. So we're going to pick up where the tournament left off. All right. It was Green Purple Luffy versus Blurple Baby Luffy. We like our hand. We were thinking about playing Sugar. We decide not to. Okay. Now, here comes their turn 2 play. They're going to go ahead and get a Going Merry and swing 7. We take. Okay. We're going to be able to ramp. We're going to swing 7 right back at them. Okay. We get that 4 life leader down to 3. Now, there was a way where, you know, you don't swing into them. And I'm going to show you that. Don't worry. This time, I'm actually rushing them out. We're going to go ahead and give Sugar up. And it looks like they were not able to Sanji Pudding because they played out the Frankie. They weren't able to go up with Going Merry. They should have done that first, or maybe they just flat out forgot, but they should have did that first. So sorry, but now we got rid of that one. They get another one out here. Okay, cool. You gotta know, you gotta be ready to punish Green Purple Luffy's for missing their combo. Because it's going to happen on every single level. Understand that card games are a lot like fighting games. And what I mean by that is, you know what they're supposed to do. And when they don't do it and they drop the combo, you got to punish them for it. You got to punish them for it. You don't, hey, do you want to pick up your combo? Do you want to finish your combo? You don't do that. You missed the combo? Great. I'm on that ass. All right, so we're already party time animals, okay? Party time, excellent. And we're at 9. We set it up so that Rosie's the next one. We got rid of that. We drew 2 more cards. We're swinging 6 into them. And then we can swing 7 into them. And we can just keep it moving. Oh, yeah. Swinging 8 into them. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Now, Rosinante is not a new toy and the Blue Purple Luffy. I did put Rosinante in a list before. That is not new. That is not new. Matter of fact, I probably did Dofi a long time ago. Now that I'm actually thinking about it. But yeah, you guys can look and y'all can scroll the list and figure it out. But Rosie is not a new addition. And this is why. We really do like this. So let's see what they got for us now. They're going to go ahead and swing 8 into 6. Fox. 26. Okay, we're going to give them that. We got rid of a Big Mom. We're staying healthy. 8 into 6. And yes. Okay. Now we're going to go 6 into 6. We are staying healthy. We are doing everything we can. Oh, that is a really poor draw. Really poor draw. But we can get rid of a sugar. Excuse me, a sugar. A pudding. Something sweet. And give us another life. We know we're going to have 2 up. You know, okay. Are they going to keep this alive? That's the question. Right now, we're trying to control the board. We're trying to control the board because swinging into their life is going to put a card in their hand. And frankly, what we're concerned about is their clap back, right? So we're going to go 6 to 6. And real quick, once they gave me that 2K for swinging even, I knew there was no reason to add a Dawn onto Rosie, right? Because they were either going to give me another 2K or not. Then, of course, they give us the Gum Gum Giant, which is crazy. All right. Now, here comes their secret, super secret $1 billion Luffy, okay? Gold, solid gold, not gold plated. Those corners are solid gold, okay? And swinging 6 into 6, we're going to keep that alive. We let it go. And we know just about what time it is. I mean, they can swing 10 at us twice. Yowzes. And we can't even block the first one no matter what we do. What is going on? You wanted to search. I don't know, Jack. I don't know about that at all. Yeah. I'm actually going to wonder how. Okay. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. Run this back. Okay. Right there. I know you want to search. I know you're feeling low in your hand. I know these things. I understand. However, you've got, even if you don't want to swing 10, no, you should. You should swing 7. Okay, I can block out of that. Swing 8, I gotta take. Swing 10 twice. I'm already at 2 life, and you're setting me up to go to 0. You were setting me up to win. I would have to land all 3 hits on you to be able to finish. I don't think that would happen. So that was a huge big city mistake. Let's So that was a huge, big city mistake and a hell of a missed opportunity. Yeah, you got to know when to turn it on, and that was the time to turn it on for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, did they even pass? So they did the search. Yeah, they swung there. Don't even swing here and here. Yo, I got 2 cards in hand. What are you waiting for? Meanwhile, this is how you do the thing, okay? This is how you do the thing. I hope. Right now it's not. But look, a draw into that. Make sure that's the next one. Boom to boom and a boom. Now, I still don't have all the answers to life, right? Because I have 3 life, yes. But, yo, I've got a full board, and I need to get their board out of here. They've got the answers. All right. You are at a plethora of Dawn again. What are you going to do? I got 1 card in my hand. Please do not give me a 9K blocker. Okay, they do that. We ramp up. We got to take. Okay, cool. Let's see what else they got for me. Mind you, had they had me down to 0, okay, we would have had a whole heap of trouble. This would have been just 15 twice. You know what I'm saying? Like literally 15 twice. Okay, drawing the Gum Gum Giant. It's done. We're done. We got to take it. Swing 13. Bing, bang. Boom. Yo. You play, what does it say? You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. You play dumb games, you get dumb prizes. 8 to 6, gotta take. 9 to 6, gotta take. Gotta take, gotta take, gotta take. So like I said, it all came down to this one. They really dropped the ball here. Really magnificently dropped the ball. And if they're watching, this isn't hate. This isn't me making fun of you. I'm just really trying to help. The channel's here for joy and knowledge. And we don't take joy in watching this right here, right? So you had a 6. You had an 8. You didn't have to invest in this one if you didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? You could have, but even if you did, you would have had 8, 8, 6, 6, 8, 8. This would be 1 card, 1 card, 2 cards, 2 cards, and then 9 twice. Okay, 9 twice. I would have been at 0 life, and then the next turn, obviously I wasn't able to get rid of anything significant, and you would have been able to bust ass with that card. Anyhow, let's keep it moving. Let's see if I can find another. Okay, coming off of that one, I was like, you know what? I don't think the kids are gonna be happy with that one. I don't think the gang members are gonna be happy with that one. The Navy wants to see a guy be aggressive, right? So do I. So do I. Well, this time we're going first, and they rest our Zero, and they swing 6 into foe. Oh no, bars. So we missed our chance to ramp. That sucks. That really sucks. Now I got to use gear 2 to ramp. And I'm thinking about swinging. And we don't swing. We don't swing. So yeah, I was going to say this time, I remember this game, we decide to do the passive, right? We're going to be like, we're going to starve them out, okay? And sure enough, they're still searching. And they did find a Gum Gum Giant. So that sucks. We're already at 8 though. And we are able to go Dofi into Rosie, okay? We're not going to trash a Gum Gum Giant because we do not have Senor Pink, and we don't swing again. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. And I don't even want to propagate this too hard because, you know, you're going to be the one guy who's like, hey, yo, I'm not swinging and I lose. What's going on? Yeah, that's going to happen. But, you know, I understand what they were talking about. I understand what I saw in the finals where they weren't swinging. I understand, okay? So they swing there. We're down to 1 life, but we're going to 10 next turn. We need to draw some friendly targets. Oh, we need a lot of friendly ones. And here's the thing. If I were to set it up so that Nami is the next up on board, right? I could draw into a 1K counter. I could Nami, and then I could put Lin Lin and a Sanji back. However, if I were to, okay, we do got a gear 2. I like that. So I was going to say, if we were to use a Gum Gum Giant, then we would just draw both the Sanji and the Big Mom back. Okay, so that's what we really don't want to do. We would rather block out with Nami, but we're looking pretty good. We've got 2 1K counters. And then we've got a gear 2, right? Now they just did everything they could to block out for the Zoro, so I figured a 9 to 6 would work. I was wrong about that. Okay, let's see. So Frankie, what are you gonna do? Oh, they're gonna search. So right now, I imagine Frankie's just gonna be used to ramp back up. They did draw Nico, Robin, blocker, and we're actually pretty good right now. They gave 2 to Frankie. That's wild. Yeah, we'll just give him Bon Cleo or Rosie. Yeah. So now, yeah. Okay. I'm still a little bothered that they didn't want to just like load an extra Dawn up so that I'd have to give him a 2K. But c'est la vie. And I'm very disappointed in myself for not blocking out with Nami since I'm going to play over Nami anyways. That was a big city mistake on my part. However, I am getting an extra swing. So, yeah, I was a little pissed that I did that, but I'm like, you know what? I got an extra swing to get rid of Frankie. Cool. So now we're going to start swinging. Now we're going to start putting on that pressure. Oh, yeah. Look at the board. Look at the board. Okay, so we can't put up Sanji Pudding, which we would love to. But our opponent was more than competent and playing ahead. So we went ahead and we put up the Zoro instead. We've got 3 Dawn active. We got 3 Gum Gum Giants. We're feeling pretty good. We're feeling all right. We're going to go to 10 Dawn thanks to Doflamingo. And that's the synergy that Dofi and Big Mom have. Big Mom, of course, minusing you 1 Dawn so that if you were to Gum Gum Giant, you go back down to 7, not 8, and you can't use your ability. Well, Dofi keeps you back to 10. Now, we're not getting swung on anymore. You know, I guess it's they're also trying to be, you know, passive. I don't know. Janose. But I want to swing with everything before we decide what we're gonna do, because I do have it set up so that we can play another Dofi into excuse me, another Sanji into Big Mom. And they're giving us everything that we're asking for right now. They're giving us everything we're asking for. Now, right here, it looks as though I'm abandoning my strat. The strat has been abandoned. Oh yeah, we're just swinging 10s now. 15? 14? They disconnect. They disconnect. Why they disconnect? Because they ain't got no counter. They ain't got, well, they got 1 and 2K counter. They got 2K and counter. And they got all the Gum Gum Giants and none of the Dawn active. So, I mean, we were literally going to win with a 9-6 swing. And they had, what is that? 8 cards in hand. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, well, we could have won 9-6, but of course we were gonna butter it up. I would have saved 2 Dawns, so we would have swung 11, and they would have had to give us a Gum Gum Giant plus a 2K. That would have been rough for them. But there you go, right there. You know, we kind of starved them out. We made them find their own pieces. You know. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and go against the Boobie Smoker. Now, Boobie Smoker is always gonna be tough for everybody, no matter what, because they got the damn ass, horny ass Jones, okay? We're going to go ahead and search. We're going to search. And we get to bottom deck, Linlin and Sanji. Yes, that's what we wanted. Not. But we do have a God Thread, and you know what? That's going to be big against our the Boobie Smokers they play, right? The character card. So we're going to swing 7 into 5, bringing that 4 life leader down to 3, baby. Here comes the Smoker, and oh, I can tell you right meow. We're going from 5 to 7. We are going to God Thread that Smoker, be at 8, and we are party time after that. We did bottom deck a Linlin and a Sanji, but man, if we draw into every Lin and Sanji, all the other 5 of them that we have in our deck, I wouldn't be surprised, okay? So we're gonna have to take something here. We're not gonna take a thing, okay? I would much rather take a hit from one of these other guys than risk taking a hit from Smoker. Oh, no Smoker, no problem. Check this out, gang. We are rushing this leader down to the ground. 4 life leader down to 2. Here comes another Smoker, okay? My man is vaping. Not even vaping. It's stogies. Uncle Buck style, okay? Uncle Buck cigars. He said, I'm on cigars. I'm trying to work my way off of cigarettes. He's trying to quit smoking. He's at the cigar stage. Guess what we can do now? We can draw that, yes. And let's just draw on the Lin. Let's just bottom deck or bottom life that Smoker, yeah. Go up to 3 life. Get rid of the Smoker. It's the 3rd Smoker gone. 3rd Smoker gone. No, 3rd or 2nd. I can't remember. I think that's the 2nd. That's the 2nd Smoker down. 2nd Smoker down. Take 1 down, pass it around. Come on, defense, work. 3rd Smoker played. You know what? I don't feel sorry because you're seeing everything you want. You're seeing everything you want. How dare you? Okay? Swing at 8 and a 6. We could actually gear to that ass. Yeah, and we do. And we gear to it. Another Linlin. Yes, please, and thank you. Yes, please, and thank you. Oh, yeah. 4 life. We were going to 4 life. We got rid of 3 Smokers, established 2 9K bodies. I don't know why they quit. I don't know why they quit. You had Captain Kidd. What else do you need in this life? What else do you need to win other than Captain Kidd, right? The Wall Kid out, right? They had Dragon. They had Biggs. They had Biggs. No drinks couldn't do it. They even had Rosinante already on the field. So like, why not? Why not? This is why. That was just fun. That was just fun. I don't want to say I hate green. I don't want to say that green's the new yellow. Well, I have nothing against the players that play them. It's just such a mechanic that is just so like, play this for 5, get 10 Dawn active. I'm sorry, what? You know what I'm saying? But we're going to be playing green when Zoro comes out, I'll tell you what. All right, now I wanted to run this one because it's the bane of my Barufi's existence. It's actually still winnable, and I've won, you know, and I could have won more, but whatever. And it's the Reiju. Now, they chose to go first, okay? And they're doing exactly what they want to do. Oh, yes. Give them all 5 Porsches, please. They're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, they get to search off of that one. Top 5. I was playing this a lot on the plane just to understand what they're doing. And we're going to go ahead and play that out. We're going to take that 4 life leader down to 3. They got a lot of cards in their hand, which means they're not lining up their purple Reiju, their OG Reiju, right? The SR Reiju. They don't seem to be lining that one up. That's fine with me. I think we would rather stay healthy. Oh, we could take. Oh, I don't know about that. Are we already at? Oh, because we have a God thread that we're looking to play. Okay, I guess. Yeah, but we got to get that God thread out there. Yeah, we got to go ahead and do that. Now here, they're all 5K bodies, so we get rid of Porsche because the Reijus are the ones. Those are the ones that are actually just going to bounce back. Or excuse me, they're going to, you know, pull out a life, right? So we want to give them the least amount of resources as possible. We're swinging 7. We're swinging 7. This is what they should be doing to us. I believe they're getting off to a little bit of a slow start. Ikiki and fucking Trash. I had to double check that one. I cannot believe you put that there. Of all those cards, you put that one in there. I'm not buying that, Jack. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, you should have put that in there. I don't know. This is too much. This is too much for me. But we're doing things, and you know, since we're sitting so pretty and ahead, we're gonna go ahead and play that out. We're not using Gum Gum Red Rock, so we're gonna go ahead and yeah, we just draw into that, and now it's like, yo, swing to face, swing to life. I mean, swing to face or life. Swing to Reiju or life. It's Reiju or Reiju. We swing at Reiju, okay? We get him down to 1 life. I'm starting to suspect that this may be a new Reiju player. They may be a little new to it, not true to it. They're playing Porsche out again. I know you would have loved to have. Well, there he is. Okay, so they got him there. All right. What are you going to do with that now? Got a lot of swings. They've got this, and they swing with the highest one first, which is also strange. And then they've got 3 more 6 swings. They're definitely not Christian. Here we go. Yeah. I would have swung all the 6s and then the 7. But that's just me. I just work here. Gear 2. Yeah. Let's Neural Beam into that, right? No, we take Neural Beam. Oh, that's right, because we've got Rosie. Okay, so we're going to swing 9 to 5, Dolly Parton style. You got to have it in all that hand. You got to have it. Okay, they do. It gave me a lot of cards for that one, actually. At this point, I'm like, hey, you know what? You got 11 twice? They don't have 11 twice. What the hell are they running? What is this? Do I highlight it at least? Black Bug. If the number of Dawn in your field is equal to or less than your opponent's Dawn, place up to one of your opponent's 5 cost or less characters in the bottom of its deck. That's probably the worst card I've ever seen in my life. Trigger. Place one of your opponent's cost 4 or less characters in the bottom of its deck. That's probably the worst card I've ever seen in my life. You're paying 4 to get rid of a 5? And there's stipulations? And you gotta have equal or less? Just to get rid of that? Your whole turn? That's terrible. What a terrible card. Yeah. Man, they're just not the most experienced. And that happens. But that's terrible. Anyhow. So you guys know I don't just like to, I like to play against our losing matchups. I like to play against the losing matchups. I like to lose on stream or whatever you want to call it. But I also like to see if we can win it, right? I do not believe that Bello Betty is unwinnable with any of the leaders. You know what I mean? I don't believe it's unwinnable with Purple Luffy. Definitely not unwinnable with Purple Luffy or Purple, you know, Luffy, Black Purple, Peanut Butter Luffy. And I don't believe it's unwinnable with this one. I think the one that's the toughest is the Red Purple. But we do some things there too. Anyhow, let's get it going. So this is our opening hand. We've got all the events. We are going second. We took second from them. We're going to go ahead and shuffle that back. And okay. So we got Sugar. We're going to do a little searchy search. And we draw into a Doflamingo. Now, did we have a... I believe we had an option. We did have an option for God's Thread. However, we weren't going to be able to play it until our turn 3. So, food for thought. But we did have options. They're going to go ahead and swing there, which is great for us. Acts as a blocker. They play out of Karasu. I was playing a lot of Bello Betty on the plane as well. And this matchup as well. We're going to go ahead and see what they got for us. A Koala into a Kuma. Okay, so that did get rid of 2 cards out of their hand. And I do feel inclined to block out of this, so I do. But yeah, we have not been able to ramp yet. We will be ramping, not this turn, but the turn after. Not ramping, but you know what I'm saying. We're just, bro, we got to starve them out. We got to. Chat is muted. So is our offense right now. Now they play this out. What happened here? What the fuck? Oh, that's the koala thing. Yowza. That's crazy. Fortunately for us, they don't have anybody to play off of. Well, they don't have Karasu to play off of Emperor Ivankov right now. Emporio Frankenfurter. Yeah, that was a crazy play. Okay, 6-4. God bless. All right, so we're swinging 6 into 4. We got rid of that. We're still not there with our Dawn. We're still not there with anything, frankly. Franklin the Turtle? Not at all. They decide to just block. We play here. We get 2 Dawn active. And it's looking super rough. Oh my God, it's looking rough. We are 1 Karasu away from getting our asses handed to us. Luckily, they're doing the work. You got smart. Yeah, no. Big lesson for everybody to learn. Divine Departure gets rid of an 8, not a 9. An 8, not a 9. Yowza. That's 8K, not 8 costs. Oh, we've got to come back after that. We've got to come back after that. And I still don't know how, frankly. But it's time to, yeah, it's time to start swinging. We got to do something. All right, we got 1 life, 1 Gum Gum Giant, 1 Dawn up. They've got some swings. I'm sure they've learned from their lesson. They've got 2 life themselves. So they're riding the lightning as well. Okay. 6 into 6 on Fox 26. We're going to block out of that. I'm worried about this and this. I'm worried about these 2 right there. Because that 9, that's a big 9. If I can convince them to not swing at me with that, then they won't be able to load everything else up. Okay, so we decide to Gum Gum Giant. I agree with that. Damn, but that's it. Yeah, we can. Oh, they fucked up. They didn't want to commit, and they fucked up. Yeah, we're A-okay. And that might be the ball game. There is a certain point with Blue Purple Luffy where if you do not finish them, this is what happens. Now I can just clean up your board. I can clean up your entire board. Big city chilling. Oh, yeah. And you're not doing anything to this board. Still got one Dawn up. Yo. Fuck the wuck. What do you got for this? There's nothing you can do now. I've made it past your... You had your chance to Ivankov into Karasu. You didn't have it. You had your chance to swing super big. Didn't have it. I am letting that go. Yeah. There's nothing they can do now. Just a lonely Ivankov. We can actually Sanji into Nami. Yeah. We can do that. There we go. Got another Gum Gum Giant. Sanji in the Nami. Put the Lin Lin back and put one of those back. Yeah, put an event back. This is it right here. Oh, yeah. Smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. Hey. They want to go one more round. Okay, we're going one more round. Game's over after this. There's nothing they can do. Nothing. Not a thing they can do. Swing an 8 and a 6. I can give them gear fucking 2. There. Game's over, dog. Oh, shit. Gotta take that. Can't activate blocker now. That was a trick, because if I would have activated blocker, I would have lost. But yeah, it all came down to this one. This is where they blew it. They blew it. They blew it pretty early, actually. They blew it with this Divine Departure. Okay? So, you got rid of this one. That was great. That was great. Good play. You got rid of that. But now, why you did not... You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dawn. 7 Dawn. You can't tell me you didn't have anybody you could have gotten rid of with this. And then powered these up. And then split this Dawn up. And then finished the game. Finished the game. Finished the game. Why would you want to hang out with me any longer? I know the chat is muted because they would have fucking told you to fucking... You got rid of this card. Cool, that's your prerogative. Now, load up here and go for it. Load up here and go for it. I've got 2K encounter. And whatever the fuck this was in life, I already forgot. But I got 2K encounter, and this could be 5, 5, 9, and then you have a 5. That's 6. That's 3 6s right there. And then 7, 8, 7, 8. So you could have 6, 8, 8, and 9. And I think one of them could have been even a 10, or you could have split it up so many different ways. But yeah, I only had one life, dog. That's when you got to turn it on. That's when you have to turn it on. But anyhow, let's take it over just a little. Well, there you have it, gang. I like it. I like it. I like it. I can definitely see what's going on here. It was so different to me because I felt like you had to run Senor Pink. Let's just go to the Don Q stuff. I thought you had to run Senor Pink to like recycle your events that you trashed with Rosinante. And that's what kind of halted my experience, because I was like, yo, to me, the true Dofi power, the true power from the Don Quixote package comes from being able to cycle. Like you can trash this out, draw 2 cards, which is great. But if you wind up using a Gum Gum Giant or a Noro Beam and then you play out Senor Pink, guess what? You get it right back. I felt like this was the true power. This was the true power in it. But you know, this also worked, and you got to see at least one time where the stars aligned and I was able to draw this card, set this one up as the card after this, and then play Sanji, and then Sanji into this, and it was great. It felt great. It really did. But you know, yeah, you know, of course the synergy works very well, as stated, between Dofi and Lin Lin. Because, you know, we go down to 7, they swing at us, and they're going to. We go back to 8, Lin Lin. We play out Lin Lin. We go from 10 to 9, 1 Dawn active. If we use this, we go back to 7, right? But because we got Dofi out there, we go back to 8, or we go back to 10, all as well, right? So that's the idea. And Noro Beam, I mean, when you're running one of a card, you can't expect it to show up at any capacity, but you know, it works here and there. But yeah, I think it's this is a list. Um, this is a list played by a particular player, okay, who manufactured it for them, by them, for them. I do not believe that this is a list for the masses. A concept, if you will, yes, but this is something that you're not going to copy, paste, and just play proficiently, because you're gonna have to take time to understand the nuances and intrinsical differences between a traditional blue purple Luffy list and this. You get what I'm saying? And that's great. We always, like I always say, you don't know what's a nope until you try the line of cope. Okay, bars. And this is why. This is master cope class. Okay, this is some grade A cope cane. Okay, straight from Copia. Okay, but you know, they were able to make it work, iron it out, and you know, make a 2K list that's right for them. All right, this is not something you can prescribe to the masses. I can't tell people go play 2Ks. I can't tell you that. I won't tell you that. But you can win with it. I don't know. I don't know their list, like I said. Not their list, but their opponents. But they must have saw, like I said, you got to know what you're doing. You got to see your cards. You got to see the right opponent. Okay. I'm assuming they had all three. I don't know how many Bella Betties they ran into. I'd be interested, because they don't have any. They don't have any gravity blades, which to me was the way to get rid of Bella Betty. You put two of these back. You put two of them up. You ain't got to worry about it no more. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? They got a little bit of removal here, but yeah, I think this was a great performance. And I'm interested to know who they played. That would be the next thing I want to know. But anyhow, that's enough of my yapping. What would I do to change it? I don't think Red Rock needs to be here. I would do Noro Beam Sword. Yeah, I'll do an extra one there. Who else am I not feeling? These Namis never did anything for me. We could, again, get rid of that, put another Noro Beam. But we do like having counter. I don't know. I feel like these could also be your ones right here. Because the thing about the Onami, the thing about drawing cards, period, this is another reason why I didn't really like Rosinante into it. I mean, I liked it, but it's another reason why I didn't ultimately go with it. Is because if I draw two cards, like, what? Like, I could set it up so that Sanji draws into this, and then this draws me two cards after I trash one, right? And then if I know that my next two are 2Ks or something, that's cool. But like, is that what you really want to do? Is that your most optimal play? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could even see a world where you drop the Namis and maybe give you another Noro Beam, or drop the Namis and give you two more 2Ks. You know, there's different things like that. But yeah, you guys didn't see me play this once. This was like I would rather get rid of this and play one more of this and one more of that. I would rather do this and then just Nami. Play another Nami. You know what I mean? This actually sets shit up. Or get rid of this, and give me Giolas. Give me two more Giolas. Give me 8 2Ks. Now I got 8 2Ks. You see what I'm saying? So we weren't playing that blocker anyways. We like Noro Beam. I think this would be the list. Yeah, two more searchable 2Ks. An extra Noro Beam for good measure. And yeah, I think that would be good. I think that would be my list if I had to base it off of this. But anyhow, yeah, that's enough yapping for this one, gang. Very happy to be back. Do smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, go down in them comments, let me know what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, what would you be doing differently, any questions on this list, especially from my Navy gang members. Y'all let me know, and you know where to find me in the Discord as well. But this has been Murata Music, 3-piece TCG, bear, Pirates TCG. And like I said, I got another one to bring you. So let's get into this doubleheader. Peace.
Stuck up in it, stuck up in it. Stuck in it, stuck in it. I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change.